Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Today we will continue the other types of data manipulation technique, mutate and arrange function. And the mutate function is helps for creating new variables. And whenever you are using mutate function, you need typically to specify three things. The first one is the name of the data frame you want to modify, and the second one is the name of the new variables that you are going to create, and the third one is the value that you will assign to the new variable. I already imported my data, and my data name is who. It is composed of 7,240 rows and 60 columns. Then I want to add a new variable. It's called it is year 2, and our data name is who. So the first thing that comes to our data is the data name, then followed by the new variable name. So the new variable name in this case is year 2, and the value of the new variable is which is equals to year minus 10. Year is already present in the original data, as you can see here, which is starts from 1980 up to 2013. So I will subtract by 10 will be the new variable, or I will subtract 10 from the year, and those value will be to what assigned to the new variable. So year 2 is equals to year minus 10 for every rows, for every 7,000 rows that I have in my data. So if you subtract 2030 minus 10, you will get what? 2003, and in similar fashion for the rest of years. So by this way, I can create the new variable in my data. So let's see. Yeah, as you can see here is year 2, and it is reduced from 1980 to what? 1970 in this way. So by this way, you can mutate or you can create the new variables into your data frame. Let's continue. And the second data manipulation, or the other data manipulation technique, is arrange. Arrange it helps us to order the rows of our data frame by the value of what selected columns. And let's select a particular column. So in order to use that, you have to use the arrange function, then it's followed by who. Who means our data name, or it's our data frame. Then I want to select that particular column into what? Into the year. So the default one is in increasing order, or in what? In ascending order. So type this, and as you can see, it starts from 1980 up to the end of 2030. The default one is this one. But if you want to the in a decreasing way, that means from 2030 to 1980. So if you want that, you have to do arrange the function. You have to use arrange the function, then followed by who as our data name. Then desc means help us to arrange our data in a descending, in a decreasing way. So then specify the column name. The column name is year. So I'm expecting 2030 will come first, and 1980 will be at the end position. Yeah, I think one bracket is left. Yeah. So it starts from what? Initially it is 1980. Even when we arrange it, the default one is 1980 because the default one is in increasing order. But when you come to in the descending one, it starts from what? From 2030. So by this way, you can arrange your data. But the problem with arrange function is it is largely ignoring the grouping. For example, if you need to arrange on the basis of the group variables, so you have to explicitly mention the grouping variable by using by underscore group is equals to true. ways or code. So I'll show you later. Then it will ignore any groups, but simply sorting out on the basis of what you give or what you sell on the basis of selected columns. And it also arranges not only the number, but also arranges the alphabet. For example, if you want to see in the decreasing way of alphabet, it will arrange in this way. Because the initial status from what? From Afghanistan, but we arranged our data into descending order. So that will be started from what? From Zimbabwe, since Z is the last word of English alphabet. Then let's see how to solve the problem for arranging in a group way. Is, for example, let's show you one example here. I create city data frame, then I group this data frame into a country. So in order to do that, you have to use a group by function, then followed by data name and country. I'm using country to grouping of all observation. So type this, then let's see the year. So irrespective of the country, still the year is in descending order, but it doesn't consider about the country or the grouping. But if you want to specify a particular group, or if you want to specify to arrange within the group, you have to use the function here is by group, then you have to say it's equals to true. Let's see the difference. So you have to use the arrange function, then it's followed by the data name, and this data name is we created a group by the country, then in descending order, then by group is equals to true. So let's see the difference. Yeah, as you can see, here is Afghanistan comes first, and the group of Afghanistan, the year, yeah, as you can see, it is what in look, starts from 1980 and 2030, then end with what? End with 1980, but then the country name still is what? Still it is the same. Yeah, it's 1980, and with Afghanistan. And it starts again for other country, then in descending way from 2030, then down to 1980. But the previous one is only arranged on what? On the year basis. Doesn't consider the country. But the new one, it considers the country, and within country, it sort out or it's arranged the year from 2030 up to 1980. So by this way, you can arrange as well as mutate your data frame using dplyr function in our software. So this is all about today's tutorial regarding to dplyr verbs, mutate, and arrange. And I will put both the course and data in description box for your practice. Thank you for watching. Have a nice time.